please use the chat box, or we'll have some time at the end of the session for this. Okay. So let's start with today's session. We were discussing the Loshu grid, right? So Loshu grid, we have already done the 9 zones of the Loshu grid, and all the zones and what they stand for, what they signify and denote, that I have explained to you in detail, including the metals, including the life aspects, and including the element, the directions, the number, okay, and the planet concerned. So for every direction, you should know the number concerned and also the element concerned. Because the number that is going to be missing in the grid, we will do remedies based on the direction and based on the element. Okay, remedies can be different, but they have to be done in that direction, and they have to be closely associated with the element of that direction. Now today I'm going to start with something very important part of the Loshu grid, which you should have a thorough understanding of. That is going to be the 8 planes. Okay, they are called arrows or planes of the Loshu grid. And I put up the slide a bit earlier, so I hope everybody has at least gone through the names. Let's see, what are the names? Okay, 8 arrows are there. Okay, so arrows means we count horizontally like this, and we also do vertically like this. Okay, so 3 horizontal planes are there, 3 vertical planes are there, and 2 diagonal planes are there. Okay, diagonal means like this, 4, 5, 6 and 2, 5, 8. Mics to be muted, please, everyone. 3 horizontal planes, 3 vertical planes, and 2 diagonal planes. Okay, so planes are important here. And now what is important, please remember, please make a note that if 2 numbers in a plane are present, then the plane exists. We cannot say that the plane is not there. The plane will be there for that person concerned. Okay, but it's not very strong, but definitely the existence is there. So we will say the person, if the person has 4 and 9 in the 492 plane, then we will say that there is a good amount of the mental plane present. You will talk about the characteristics also of that mental plane. What are the strengths of the person concerned? But because one number is missing, one aspect of that entire plane might be missing, which can be remedied by the help of giving external upayas. Okay, that is also something you can write, that if 2 numbers are already present in any of the arrows, like 4 is there and 9 is there, 2 is not there, then if you give remedies of 2, you can complete that particular plane. Now, what are the planes? Let's talk about the planes. Which planes are there? First is the 492 mental plane. Okay, this is very important. All of you, I hope everybody has a sample Loshu grid in front of them. You can put your own grid, you can put somebody else's grid whom you want to study. Okay, so that you can see exactly, and you can correlate in your mind with that person concerned, that things are happening like that. So 492 mental plane. 357, that is the second one. 357, this will be the emotional plane, emotional. Okay, and 816 is known as the practical plane. So a person, we say a person's personality or a person's life is made up of 3 dimensions. You have mental, you have emotional. You can also now connect this. Please understand, this is what we are talking about, Loshu grid. So we are talking again, we are back to that royal turtle. So we are going to connect everything with that turtle, that Jivatma, that living organism. And the same thing you can correspond with the human person also. So if a human being is standing in front of you, take for example your own physical entity, mind is at the top, then heart here, and then legs below. Okay, so again we have the head space, we have the heart space, and we have the leg space. And that is exactly what these three planes are. Mental plane is your head, emotional is your heart and your body above the legs. Okay, emotional plane. And practical plane is, practical means again something which is connected with your legs. Okay, practical, when you want to do things practically, practically means your mind and heart are not there, you are doing things practically with your limbs. So limbs jo hote hain, leg power, that is practical plane. Okay, now mental plane, somebody who has 492 in their mental plane. What is the mental plane? Mental plane is the mansik shakti. So now a person who has mental plane, everybody has noted these names. These three horizontal are called mental, emotional, practical. Then we come to three vertical ones, 438. Now this is what is, now here I'm going to use a different color here. This one, 951 and the 276. These are known as the achievement planes of an individual. Means you want to achieve anything in life. You want to do anything in life, any small activity. Okay, any small. For example, you are taking this numerology course. Now, this is an activity that you are pursuing in this life. So, a person is blessed with mental plane, emotional plane, and practical plane. He's blessed with that. Now, with those three planes, what does he do? He thinks. What does he do? Now, you will come to the three vertical planes. What does he do with his skills? This you have to see. Thought plane, any activity that you are doing in this world as a human being requires thought and planning. So 438 will tell how much are your planning and organizing skills. How much thought do you put into anything that you do or you say? Okay, now we are talking about that. Now you are in the, now you're in the proactive mode. Now you are a person who has a mind, who can walk, who can talk, who has a heart. Everything is given to you by the horizontal planes. What do you do with them? How do you utilize them? So 438 will tell thoughtful, how clear are you with your planning and your conceptual skills? Beach wala 159. It's written as 951, but it's known as a 159. That is the willpower plane. दृढ़ शक्ति आपकी, दृढ़ शक्ति आपकी संकल्प शक्ति और आपकी इच्छा शक्ति. Willpower plane. It's a very important plane. 159. Because we are talking about achievement, we're talking about doing something in this life. So 159 becomes your willpower plane, means you conceptualize something, you plan something. Now you will, with the help of your willpower, you will now put it into action, or you need to have determination to pursue that goal. And if there is any opposition, you will not bow down to the opposition. Okay, that's the willpower plane. And the third one, 276, known as the action plane. So if action plane means now you are actually going ahead and implementing it, you are actually attending the classes, you are doing your homework, you are doing all the tasks which are associated with that particular project till you are going to complete it. Okay, 276 also talks about the ability to complete a project, to be at it till the time it is completed and you have received your returns from it. Then we have two horizontal planes like this. 456 is known as the golden plane, and it is the fortune plane. Okay, fortune plane or the good luck plane means if you have 456 in your chart, please understand 456, either you have it or you don't have it. If you have 4 and 5 and you introduce remedies of 6, not much change will happen, because in some ways these are two blessing planes. So 4, 5, 6, if you already have in your chart, it makes you, there's something like the master number that we did earlier. If you are born with it, your life will be on a fast track. You will achieve money, success, fame, all round fulfillment of desires, everything, whatever you want and need in this life, that will come to you. Good luck, hai na? Bhagya ka hai. Okay, Saubhagya ka hai. So whatever you think is your Saubhagya, that you will be blessed with. Many people whose other planes are empty or numbers are missing, but they have 4, 5, 6, they become very successful in life. So do look out for this 4, 5, 6 plane. Okay, it's like golden spoon in your mouth. Then 258 is known as the property plane. Okay, property plane, and if you remember your last class, 2, 5 and 8 element is earth. Prithvi Tattva is there for both, for all these three numbers, 2, 5 and 8. So 2, 5 and 8 together make the property plane. If you have this, it means you are very lucky as far as acquisition of property and wealth is concerned. And with your own efforts or even through ancestral means, it's possible. You will become the malik or owner of a large amount of property. Please remember, the grid was developed at the time, was land was the highest form of richness or affluence. He who possessed land was the jagirdar, the landowner, the rich person. Okay, the person who had power. So 258 is also power. Clear so far? This is known as silver plane. Okay, silver. Now I will talk a little bit about all the different planes, the description of the planes. Okay, so now horizontal 492 represents the head of a person. Okay, middle one represents the body of a person. This is important, body. And the bottom one, 816, that is this one, 816. So this is the head, this is the body, and 816 below is the legs or the feet. Okay, bottom 816. This is the description. Now, what are the skills associated with them? This particular slide is very important. Please take a click of this or keep it somewhere where you can keep looking at it. Top row, mental plane, thinking, creating, imagining, visualizing. Now, a person who has the 492 complete, what kind of a person? If you have a 492 which is complete, the person has a photographic memory. The memory is very sharp. Okay, please write down these points about, because you have to describe the person based on the grid. Today everybody has their cameras off. Where is everybody? Prachi is here. Okay, I can see Prachi. I can see Archana ji. Arpit is here. Chalo, good. Meera is also here. I need to see some familiar faces now. I need to know whom I'm talking to. Okay. So, okay. So, okay, 492 understood. Mental plane, person is very intelligent. Now, this is that special person. When you see, like, as a student, this person is very sharp. He will look at a chapter